Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I kind of want to just do something a little bit different and talk about our experience that we've had with livestock guardian dogs. This is our newest one. His name is Bandit, and he is a 4-year-old Great Pyrenees, and he has lived with goats, pigs, chickens, alpacas, ponies, I mean, you name it, guineas. He's very experienced with all types of livestock. And we picked him up yesterday, and he's so sweet. He loves me already. He loves attention. Ain't that right? Yeah. He is, he's very matted in some places, so he's gonna have to have a good brushing. His teeth are really bad. He's got some inflammation in his gums and some plaque buildup that we need to take care of. His front bottom teeth are worn down really far, and that kind of is concerning to me, but I've been told not to worry about it, so I'm not going to. But we have him in this 10 by 10 kennel in our backyard, and there's a reason for that, and that's what I want to talk about today. So he is our third livestock guardian dog that we have had. We have Maggie here. She is also Great Pyrenees, and she's going to be for our chickens. We're going to have our chickens in our backyard, so she's going to be in our backyard. And we've already bonded with her, and she's great with, she met the chicks, and it was fine with them. She acted like she didn't even care that they were there. Lulu, our little poodle mix, on the other hand, she does not like little animals. She has a high prey drive. So I have another video that I will be posting soon, if I haven't already by the time I post this one, of our chicken coop that my husband built. But we have the chicken coop in the run in our backyard, and that's what she's going to be for in about 4 or 5 weeks. Maggie's going to be out here with the chickens. But we're going to put Bandit, we're going to put him with the goats, and he had a friend at the farm that he lived on before, and we're thinking about getting him also. But he's quite a bit younger. The other dog, he's 7 months old, and so he's not fully trained with livestock, but he is with livestock full-time. But what I want to talk, I don't know if I ever introduced you guys to Lucy. I think I did, but she was with our goats for 9 months. We had her for 9 months, and she was 7 months old when we got her. Maggie, stop digging. Don't do that. Maggie likes to dig. We have holes all over our backyard. It's insane. Anyway, so we had Lucy. She was a Great Pyrenee. We were told she was 100% Great Pyrenees, but she was salt and pepper. And there's different opinions about that. We never had a DNA test on her because we can never catch her, which is why we don't have her anymore. But I thought that she looked just like a Karakachin, which is a Bulgarian Shepherd, which is also another really good breed of livestock guardian dog. She could have been a mix between the two, but she looked just like a Karakachin. I mean, identical to all of the Karakachin pictures that we saw online. But we were told she was Great Pyrenees, and she did kind of have the features of a Great Pyrenees, which is why we think maybe she was a mix. But she was great with our goats, and that actually wasn't the problem. The problem was not that she couldn't handle the goats. She was excellent with the goats. She loved them. She bonded with them immediately. And they bonded with her, and they trusted her as their guardian. The problem was she was not socialized. And if you know anything about livestock guardian dogs, you might even have the opinion that everyone else basically in the farming world talks about, that you should not socialize your livestock guardian dog, and you should not bond with them, and you should not talk to them, and you should not touch them, and you should not let them come in your house, and you should just put them out with your animals from day one and just let them be. And we had a very bad experience with that, following that advice. We were naive. We had never owned a livestock guardian dog before, and so we did what everyone told us to do, and it was a huge mistake. And that might work for some people. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying maybe there's another way that you can do it, and maybe there's even a better way that you can do it, which is what we are working on right now. We are bonding with our dogs. We let Maggie sleep in our house at night. We let her know that we are the shepherd and she trusts us. We have leash trained her so that we can take her to the vet if needed, and that was another issue. We couldn't catch Lucy to put her on a leash. We couldn't take her to the vet. She was way behind on her rabies vaccinations, which is not good. She had an injured paw that she would not let us look at. When she came to our farm at 7 months old, she had a collar on, and it was snug then when she was 7 months old, and we had her for 9 months, and we never got to loosen her collar. And her collar was so tight that we could, when we actually did finally catch her to send her back to the place we got her from, we could not put a finger in the collar to like work with it or loosen it or anything like that. My husband was finally, and it was one of those belt collars. We finally caught her. Took about an hour or two maybe to catch her, like non-stop trying to catch this dog. And he was finally able to get the collar off, and she had an indentation all around her neck, and the hair was so matted that it felt like solid, just mass all around her neck. Luckily, she didn't have any sores from it. But she was a big girl. She probably weighed 100 pounds or more at this point. But when we got her, she was little. She was only 7 months old. She was smaller than Maggie. Hold on just a second. That's Maggie right there. She was smaller than her. So anyway, since we weren't able to work with her to get her to trust us as the shepherds, she didn't like it when we messed with her goats. We were the intruders. It didn't work out. So we sent her back. Luckily, the people that we got her from gladly took her back. They have lots of dogs on their farm for all of their animals. And we sent her back to them, and they were gracious enough to trade us for this guy. For this guy. He's perfect, and you know, pretty much in every way. He loves me already. He loves it when I come out here to talk to him. And so, to try to avoid the same mistake that we made with Lucy, we have him out here in this kennel, and we're going to bond with him before we put him with our goats. And you know, they say if you bond with your LGD, they won't bond with their animals. But we have heard countless stories from people who do it this way with great results. So like I told you, Maggie she sleeps in our house at night. She spends the majority of her day outside because she prefers it outside. And from from all of the research and all of the experiences that we have read about, by the time they turn 2, they don't want anything to do with your house. They want to be outside and they want to have a job. And you cannot ruin that by bonding with them. You can't ruin their genetics that have been bred into them for thousands of years to be guardian dogs. It's not going to happen. And this guy, Bandit, he's been with Livestock his entire life for the last 4 years. I don't think that having him in this kennel for a couple of days to bond with him is going to ruin all of that. I really don't. And I will keep you guys posted on how it goes. Here in the next few days, we're going to let him in with our goats and we're going to leave him there. And we are going to go out there and we are going to spend time with him and we are going to try to leash train him so that we can take him to the vet without having to carry his huge body in a crate, because I can't do that by myself. I can walk him on a leash if he'll let me, but I can't carry him into the vet. And unfortunately right now I don't know of a good livestock vet that will come out here to our house and treat our animals if we need that. That's my goal, to find that, but as of right now I don't know of a good one. But it's going really well. He was very sweet with his owners and he's turning out to be very sweet with me as well, and it kind of makes me want to cry thinking about that we worked so hard with Lucy to try to get her to trust us, and she never would. And now we have Bandit, and he loves me already. Like, when I come out here to talk to him, his tail is wagging. He's jumping up and down in excitement. And when I come in here, he wants me to pet him. Hey. He's just a really sweet dog, and he's going to be a great addition to our farm. And like I said, we might go back and get his friend so that he's not the only one out there. We do have I wouldn't say it's a heavy predator load, probably a medium. It's not light, it's not heavy. But we have a lot of coyotes out here. I have not seen any foxes. We do have possums, which is fine for one dog, but if you've got coyotes, you really want to have 2 so that one can stay with the goats and one can guard. But I'm excited about possibly going back and getting him. I don't know if you can see his teeth. We'll see if you can. Can you see his teeth? No. Anyways, his teeth are gross. We're gonna have to brush them and get some, like, I don't know, I read that dehydrated turkey necks are good for teeth, so we're gonna try that. And also there's this powder called Plaque Off that you put on their food. That's supposed to help. Yeah. See, he loves me. Don't ya? See his teeth? His teeth are nasty. Anyways, but that has been our experience with our livestock guardian dogs. And if you have not had a good experience with livestock guardian dogs, I encourage you to maybe research and see if there's a different way that that will help. This way I have heard really, really good experiences. I can't imagine having a dog, expecting them to trust me as the shepherd, and not ever touching them or bonding with them. I mean, I can't imagine any dog, really, but especially a livestock guardian dog. They need to know that you're the shepherd. Sorry. He's invading my space right now. Aren't ya? But there is a Facebook group. I'm kind of hesitant to tell you guys about it because I don't want people going in there and bashing them or anything like that, but it's called Training Support for Livestock Guardian Dogs. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes some of the comments you can get on your posts are kind of snarky from people who think they know everything. I'm sure every group has those people, but just beware. There is a section in the Facebook group that they call the guides, and I encourage you to, if you want to go visit that group, you have to be a member, but to just read the guides before you post anything, read the success stories, and just kind of get familiar with that before you make your first post or question, because you will get a lot of read the guides, read the guides, read the guides, and it's kind of annoying, but they are really helpful. There are some things I don't necessarily agree with, and it's going to be like that no matter what, but it has been a great resource for me and my husband working with these dogs. We love him already, and I think he loves us, and so far it's going really well. But anyways, that's our update for our dogs. For our farm, we have 2 babies now. We have Hank and Harvey. They are half brothers / cousins. Their moms are sisters, and they have the same dad. And they were both singles, no twins this time. The moms, it was their first time to have babies. They are adorable, and they're so cute, and they're so active, and they just jump around and pounce around everywhere. And I'll probably do a video because they're so cute. We do plan on getting more goats. We have to finish out our fencing in the pasture so that we can extend it and have a bigger area for the goats. We also want to get some pigs, and I'm trying to talk my husband into getting a couple of alpacas. We'll see how that goes. We also want meat chickens. I think I told you guys all of this in my lavender update video, which is not going well, by the way, if you were wondering. We didn't have a good winter. We didn't get a lot of snow cover, which is supposed to be good for lavender. And also our mole problem increased immensely. And I don't know if any of our plants made it. We're thinking about giving up, honestly, because it's hard. It's a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. We spent hours upon hours upon hours out in that field taking care of that lavender to have these moles just ruin it. It's kind of devastating. We actually don't know if they're completely dead yet. It's just now starting to get warm, so maybe I'll have an update. Maybe I might even delete that video and just pretend like the lavender never happened. I don't know. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to put yourself out there and try something new and tell people about it and then fail. But my philosophy on that is, how do you know whether you can do something or not if you don't even try? So that's pretty much the philosophy here on our farm. Everything out here is new to us. My husband did have pigs, horses, cows, a donkey. I think he had a goat. Growing up, I lived in town, so I didn't have all of that experience. So this is a first for me. I'm learning, and I love it. I love every second of it. I wish that I had grown up around farm animals. But like I said, it's a learning experience, and we are going to fail. We're definitely going to fail probably at growing our own food. We plan on doing that this spring. We're going to have a huge garden. That's our plan anyway. A huge garden. We're really going to try. We might fail. You might laugh at us because, like I said, we're learning. It's going to be an experience, and I can't wait to share it with you. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing that and liking this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.